Hey everybody, welcome in or welcome back to the channel. This is Miss Tarot. We are here today again for another week ahead bite-sized tarot reading. If you are new to the channel, little blurb, this is just a peek at things that may be coming into your life in the next week, 7 to 10 days or so. And we do this every week and identify just challenges, opportunities, and maybe just give you a glimpse as to what may be coming ahead. Okay, so for today, we are going to use the Fortune Oracle deck. I haven't used it in for so long, and I feel like she was being neglected. So we're going to use her to check the energy, and then we're going to use the Wise Spell Tarot for just the guidance and clarification. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to shuffle up these. Don't blow out candle, please. Okay. Every single time. Okay, what is our incoming energy, Spirit? Okay, that's, usually they give me one, but we got two. So we have the star, number 11. Actually, it's 29, which reduces to 11, and which actually reduces to 2. So anyways, math. And then we have goals with a number 4. So for the star card, it says, hard times are over. Look forward to abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity, which is beautiful. Always a great message to receive, right? Here we come into abundance. And also I do want to say and acknowledge that as I record this, we are just a couple days in getting ready to come into Taurus season. And so for those of you who are Taurus, happy birthday. I did record a Taurus reading for anybody who's interested, and I will pop that up in the box over here. But we are also looking at goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So things that you have been working on pretty tirelessly for maybe the past few months, you're really going to start to notice that your consistency is paying off. Okay. And I think in terms of your confidence and your self-worth and really understanding that you can make things happen, that part of your own personal growth is going to take great leaps forward, okay? Because the star card has a lot to do with wishes coming true, right? It speaks to saying hard times are over. So things that you may have struggled with in the past few months, even the past few weeks, that stuff is going to go by the wayside, and we are going to look forward to much better times. Think of, spring and rejuvenation and things, blossoming and blooming and everything just coming back to life. That's kind of what I see for you this week. So this is going to be a high energy week for you. Okay. Let's see what we got with the tarot. I usually only get like 5 cards with these, but we'll see. We'll just see what Spirit wants to do. Okay. What can you tell us about this incoming week? What is going on with all this abundant choices with the 7 of Cups? Okay. The Fool. Anything else? Cool. All right. Wow. I just have such a positive vibe on this reading. It's incredible. So we have the 8 of Swords. We have the King of Cups. We have the Fool at the center. Well, kind of at the center. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the 7 of Cups. And I know that the 7 of Cups actually came out right around there. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. Can I just do this? Is that okay? I hate it. That's fine. I hate it when I can't be symmetrical. I don't know, but I do want to make sure all that's in the frame. So that's what we're going to do. So let's take a look at the 8 of Swords. Okay. So sometime in the more recent weeks, couple months, kind of how we were talking about the star card, where, you have these aspirations, you have these hopes and dreams, and they're finally coming into fruition. I think part of that for some of you is the fact that you realize that you were holding yourself back. And remember when I was talking to you just a little bit about this being a month where you really realize your potential? I think that's what this card is signifying as well. Because if you look at the Eight of Swords, she is not trapped at all. She's kind of trapped by her own thoughts, and those are controlling her and making her feel like she is shackled. I think you've kind of thrown those aside and realized that you are a limitless human being who very much can prosper and manifest and co-create and do all their own things amazingly, so long as you stay out of that mentality. So I think that is a period of growth for some of you that is coming through. I do want to say, and it just popped into my brain, that while you're going to be working on realizing these goals, your goals are still not quite there, right? And it does say progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. But I do see the Knight of Pentacles here. And I think what it's telling you is kind of slow and steady wins the race. That was the first thought that popped into my head when that card came out, was, that whole tortoise and the hare Aesop fable where, the bunny's like super fast and he's like, oh, I can do all this and everything. And he lays down under the tree, takes a nap, and, the tortoise is slow but very steady, never stops, doesn't get all ahead of himself, doesn't get down on himself, doesn't get over cocky, and he wins. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who continues consistently on their path. They have a mission. All knights have a mission. And this one is in terms of your stability. Pentacles are about, your four corners of your life, right? Which is like emotional health, which could also incorporate mental health, but your home, your work life, your money, that sort of thing. Everything that we need to kind of exist in the grounded real world life, right? So this is a wonderful card to receive when it comes to the encouragement that you are going to realize your personal goals, but you do need to keep that consistent mindset. Don't get off track now. You're so flipping close that it's easy to just kind of slack off a little bit. Just keep plodding along, okay? Don't get in your own way. Definitely just stay the course. Okay. This is a marathon, not a sprint, is kind of what I'm seeing. So with the King of Cups here, the King of Cups is the stability and harmony of his emotions. Very strong and nurturing, compassionate. There is, and we can, what's really funny is, when you have the star card and you have all this happiness and abundance, it's really easy to be in that mindset, right? It's really easy to be generous when you have more than enough. It's really easy to be happy and compassionate when you're not constantly being tested and things are going your way. So I do think that you're entering into this era of yourself that is really going to bring about the beauty and harmony within you. The shackles that we talked about earlier in this reading, you're kind of just going to say, you know what? I didn't like who I was when I was, that way, when I was negative about myself, when I was not working towards my own goals, when things were happening that were out of my control, but I was still dogging on myself about it. I think that this is showing compassion towards you, showing your own compassion and understanding towards yourself. And that also extends to others, right? Because when you take care of yourself first, your cup is more full so that you can give to others. All right. And then we have the Fool card here. Fool card is taking that leap of faith. It's new journeys. It's jumping off into the horizon and just letting the wind take you where it may, not having a plan. And I think that while you are in the middle of realizing your goals, there are going to be, you will naturally start to think about what's coming next. What is the next fork in the road that once this all comes into fruition this month, where am I going to go next? And I think that with the Seven of Cups here, there's a huge amount of choices that are going to be laid before you. And you're going to be really tempted to kind of jump onto the first glittery, glamorous kind of like, oh, that looks like the best. But I encourage you to kind of slow down with the Knight of Pentacles and really be very deliberate about what you want and how realistic it is, and if it's something that is going to add to your prosperity in a long-term way, or if it's just going to be short-term gain, you know, that is not going to benefit you in the long run. Okay. So this week and into Taurus season, you may be looking at completing a cycle, starting a new one, but in the meantime, just kind of be on your guard and really make sure it's something that aligns with your own long-term goals, right? Because when you have a long-term goal, you usually have to break it into itty-bitty little chunks to kind of realize the big picture, right? So think of it like a puzzle. You know, you have to kind of build things until you get to the full picture. So kind of think of it like that. And I think that this is overall going to be an incredibly happy and energetic and just vibrant time for you over this next week. And I hope it's going to continue into all the way through Taurus season and into the months ahead. But this is the snapshot that I got for you for the next 7 to 10 days. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. Those are all the messages I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to comment down below. I appreciate every single like and every single comment that you guys leave. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Also, if you really enjoyed this reading, please consider following me on Rumble or subscribing to me on YouTube. That would be tremendous. That always helps the channel out. It helps me to reach more people, etc., etc. And like I said, there is a Taurus season reading that will be coming out just a couple days after this one releases. So look for it possibly Wednesday as of the day I'm recording this. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Take care. Have a great, glorious, sunny week. Bye.